Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Friend, I will introduce my moment in the beach. I will share sad moments. At the times last year I went to Gemah Beach with my friends. While traveling, we saw that there was a car accident with the bus. The car was badly damaged. Then the victim was rushed to the nearest hospital. Then we continued our journey to the beach. When I arrived at the beach, my wallet was lost during the trip. The next, when I came, suddenly my friend motorbike ran out of the gas. Then I looked up for the nearest petrol dealer and arrived home in the afternoon day. Then my mother scolded me for coming home to afternoon day. That's a sad experience that my head. That's all for that's all for me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Astiti Depinanti. I'm from B class. Today, I want to share to you about my sad memories. 7 years old, my mother was pregnant. I was very happy to hear that because I was to be an older sister. It was last month of fasting. But one day, my mother worked very hard until there was a problem in her stomach. My father was very confused because the baby in my mother's stomach had not moved. Finally, my mother was brought to the hospital, and doctor said the baby was declared dead. Me and my older sister very so sad to hear that. We could only cry because we were a child. My sibling was dead on 7 months on my mother's stomach. Since that when 8 Fitri, when the takbir was reverberated, and my grandma said she resembled with me, and I very want to meet her when she was at home from hospital, but I can see because one, I scary because when that I was child, and I sleep when she come to house. I pray I always pray for she, and that's all from me. Thank you very much for her that. See you to the next video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Lucas Tiawan and I'm from B class. Now I want to tell you about my sad moment. So That's happened for about 1 month ago. It's about my family, consent. And I know what I did is wrong, but I don't like my father because he still feel right and never wrong, definitely, and I don't like it. I don't like my father since I'm still a child and my relationship is not good until now. And sometimes when I see my friend with his father, I'm jealous, really. And I think, why I can like that? And when I can be like that? Get along well, can invite a job, because that's very annoying for me at home. And I'm just talk with my mother every day because I always consent with my father. It's like we have different argument. So that's all from me. Thanks for your attention. I'm sorry if I have any mistake. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My friend, my name without vegetables, and I cook with vegetables, and then my guest very angry to me, and I was I be say about this because I have mistake about guest order. And I have some embarrassing moment again when I go to school, but my uniform is wrong. And then I have again when when I when I when I when I wrong make uniform in school, and I say about this activity. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today I wanna telling you my sad moment in my life. I will tell you about my grandfather. So when my grandfather is very disciplined, very kind to me. So I still remember when I go back from school, I always fishing with my grandfather. I love fishing with my grandfather in a river, and after that I grill the fish with cassava in a jungle. Beside my home we have a jungle. I grill the fish and the cassava in there. So after the moment when I 7 years old, my grandfather catch a stroke. Yeah, he catch stroke. Maybe 3 years he catch stroke. So I still remember before he dead, before he sleeping, he said to me, "Son, find your own way." Yeah, just find your own way. After that, when I child, yeah, I'm just say, "Oh, okay, yeah, I will find my way." Just that. No, I don't mean, I don't make it my sentences from my grandfather. Be serious. Just, oh yeah, I will find my own way. No, I don't understand what the meaning of own way. And after that, in the morning, my grandfather, he died when he praying. When he died, I'm so sad, and I'm crying until from morning until afternoon. I'm still crying, and I can receive my grandfather death. After that, when I adult, I try to find my own way, because I want to make my grandfather proud to me. Thank you for your attention, and thank you for listening my sad moment. Yeah, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, this moment I want to tell you about my sad story. I take from my experience, and my sad story is very sad. This story is about my girlfriend. On last year, I have girlfriend. Her name is Fitri. He live in Kademangan. In the first date, I asked her to hang around and came to some coffee shop. We talk about our goal and our future after got vocation and after finish vocational high school. So I asked her, what you want after finish vocational high school? He answered, I want as a sailor, he said, because he interested about sailor and he want to around the world. In the month by month, in the third month, I got some problem. I know her get a new close friend. I knew because from the other my friends, he he, he called me and tell about Fitria. So I'm very hurt and very disappointed about that. So I come and pick up her again. In 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 the in this moment, I asked to her, who is he? He he answered, he is my girlfriend. I asked her, are you sure? Yes. He answered yes. Then I then I stopped and cried on the way on motorcycle. I can say anything. Then I go come back to her home and come to home and go home. And then in the WhatsApp I ask her to finish this relation. I think it's very impossible. So until now I can't forget her because it's very she is my first real girlfriend. I cannot forget her because she always she's always in my mind. In the next after 2 months, he called me to come back with me, and I say I cannot, but I feel hard. I think it's just for me. Thank for your attention.
Guys, I'm Rizli from Big Class. I want to tell you about my sad moment, and then the sad moment is when my father and my mother's fight, and she always angry every day with me and my sister. I think she has the reason when she angry with me and my sister, but I think she don't to say bad words to me and my sister, and I must cover my mother's mistake from my father's. So I always lying my father's if my mothers have mistakes. I don't like if my mother say bad word to me and my sister, because my sister is so mellow and easy to cry. different with me. Thank you. That's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ani Wahyuni from B class. I want to tell you about my sad moments. 2 years ago, my family is fighting because my father have a ideal woman. At the time, my mother worked in Taiwan and she know if my father have a ideal woman because I tell him through call. And then my mother call my older sister to go home from work in Singapore for take me and my younger sister to go home in my grandmother. Then my mother separated with my father, and then my father get married again with him ideal woman. I am very sad because my father is very stupid and fierce. Then my older sister worked in overseas again in Taiwan together with my mother, but different agency and city. Then there are those who don't let me stay at my grandmother's house, and I now live in my auntie because my auntie house reside in my grandmother's house. That's all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Putri Rizka Fatra Aprilina. I am from B class. I want to tell about my sad moment. This incident happened when I was in grade 3 in junior high school. You know that grade 3 in junior high school has a lot of tasks and a lot of practice question to preparation for national exam. It just make me dizzy. And at that time my grandfather was sick and bad to be taken to the hospital. And at that time I only live with my grandmother and my nephew because my father, my mother, my aunt, my uncle work in the Brunei Darussalam. So I only live with my grandmother and my nephew. At the time in the new year 2080, my grandfather was still in the hospital. Even though we were already planning to travel together in the new year. A few days later, my grandfather allowed to go home, but not too long after that, my grandfather sick again and must taken to hospital because him unconscious. So I called my family in in Brunei that grandfather unconscious and must taken to the hospital. They immediately bought plenty cat after I told they like that, and they were given a week to live, and in a week they just in the hospital to care my grandfather. They also had forced to back again because the time off was already a week, and my grandfather passed away after they arrived in Brunei. This is first time for me. I have lost the figure I love, and I haven't the chance to make him too proud of me. That's all from me. If I have mistake, I am sorry. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sania. I'm from B class, and today I want to tell about my sad moment. And okay, my mother and my father have divorced when I was at 4th grade in elementary school. Then my mother has married again, and she stayed with her new husband, and she has son now. They have a son, and then my mother when worked in Hong Kong, and 2 years ago she went back home. She went back to Indonesia, and she will hold some an event at their house. I mean, her home with her new husband. And then at the time I was at 11th grade vocational high school. I was on work practice, and my brother picked me up to went to my mother's home. And then when I arrived to there so many people that worked on something, and I just got ignored by my mother. You know that so many years that I didn't meet my mom, so I missed her so much. And before I arrived to my mother's home, I feel so happy because I was so happy because finally I can met my mother's. But that's just my imagine, because when I was I'm sorry, because when I arrived she just ignored me, and I was so sad. I just want to hug my mother because I missed her so much. And she said that she was so busy, but can she remembered that me is her daughter. So at that time I was so angry, I was so sad, and I back to my home. I mean, to my father's home. Okay, that's that. But now, my mother realized that she was wrong, and I forgave her. So now we have good relationship. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Goodbye.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Putri Abianti from big class. Now I'm going to tell you about my sad moment. It started when I 18 years old. I was crushed with my classmate, so I decided to iterate my feelings after we holiday together. After I iterate my feeling, I got refused from him. That's so sad. Then the next day, my friend said to me to forget him and just move on. And she gave me some number to accompany me in chat. So we did chatting, and during the chat with him, I realized that I can forget my crush. But no, actually no. But I not worried about him anymore. And one day, my crush, chat me, and he said if he jealous when saw me do chatting with another boy. And now I'm still with my crush, so I got feedback for my feeling in the end. So that's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, my friend. In here, I want to tell you about the such a moment. Such a moment in my life was when I found out that my parents were divorced. There, I felt a breakdown in my life until I really come home because I was lazy with the situation. But where is it for a long time that I had to get up from it. I need to be appeal to people that I can handle all of this. Can handle all of this well, because I am the only child of my parents. I must be able to make him happy. I must to be success and something like that. That's all for me. This is the sad moment. The such a moment. Thanks for attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello everyone, my name is Elsam Panunton and I will give my sad moment when I was done Chersum teaching. When I was done Chersum teaching, suddenly the infusion ran out and I felt pain in my genitals, and I asked my father to turn on the fan to that the pain was gone, and at that time I feel sorry for being Jerusalem Jesus. But how else can I mean be naturally Jerusalem Jesus when it's time for him to be Jerusalem Jesus? That's all about the sadness I have experienced. Thank you very much.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Asaprina. I will talking about my embracing moment and my sad moment. One more funny experience which still I remember. The experience took place in one of theater in Tulungagung. Me and my friend will watch horror movie. When I sat next to me, there was a man and his girlfriend. Short story, when the film start, there were parts where I was shocked and scared. Reflect, I held the man's hand and I realized when the man was talking to me and I say sorry to him. And my sad moment at night when my father passed away. That night I was sleeping, but I woke up to hear a sound in the bedroom. It turned out it turned out that my father is covered in blood, and I was crying and I running to find a motorcycle to the hospital. Short story, I am waiting of my father condition at home with my mother, and my father died because he was diagnosed with liver disease. That's my sad moment. That's all. Thank you for watching and
Bye.